Jason Lee is still dragging Nicki Minaj, comparing her to Cardi B and Lil Kim. And at this point, I think this man is 100% hater because everything he says these days is about Nicki. Now, I don't know what Jason Lee obsession is with Nicki, but it's very unhealthy to see a man so obsessed, okay? He says any female rapper of this era that don't put respect on Lil Kim's name don't deserve the platform, and that was shade. She went through the fire so y'all can do what is natural these days. I've not seen one of the women these days go through an ounce of what she did when she changed the style of female hip-hop. So when y'all say Nicki is the blueprint, it's clearly because your discography isn't broad enough. Now, why can't people have their opinion? Why can't people say Nicki is the blueprint, Da Brat is the blueprint, Cardi B is the blueprint? People can have their own opinions. That's why each artist or celebrity has their own fan base. Jason Lee problem is that, no one should consider Nicki as the queen or the blueprint. And why? Because he's a straight up hater. And Nicki has a huge fan base. Lil Kim has fans, but her fan base is not as huge as Nicki. And that's Jason Lee's problem. How can you try to control people's thoughts, their choices, and opinions? That's you basically exposing yourself as a hater. I'm not a Cardi B fan, okay? But why should I have a problem if people think, oh, Cardi B raps sounds better than Nicki? At the end of the day, I'm not going to get on a platform to discuss that. I'm going to discuss what Nicki brings to the table. You can also hype up your artist without bringing another artist on the map, okay? Because this man made a video basically outlining that Nicki needs to quit, she needs to resign, she's getting old. Who are you? You ain't God. Why do you think it's necessary to tell someone when they should quit doing their job that God has blessed them with? Who the F is you, Jason Lee? Should anyone say, oh, you should shut down, Hollywood Unlocked because there are other platforms that are basically doing better than yours? Should anyone say that? So why are you trying to tell someone that they should quit? Are you crazy? What type of human being are you? And these are the same people that pray to God, they say they pray to God. God is their superior, but yet you're telling people to quit on their talent, to quit on their dreams and aspiration. You ain't God, so you don't tell people when to stop doing ish, okay? You're clearly a hater. And then he goes on to say, oh, this is not a Nicki hate. Then why would you mention Nicki? If you're specifically giving, Lil Kim the praise and her flowers, why not talk about Lil Kim without bringing any other rappers in the mix? Because like it or not, Nicki Minaj will always have a huge fan base. Okay, Lil Kim will always be respected, and Cardi B is always going to have her own fans. Okay? So I don't know what the obsession is. This man needs to be served a gagged order or something because he's never going to stop until he tries to get Nicki canceled. It's given hate. Hence why Nicki came out to say the other day, there are persons who are trying to sabotage her album, her whole career. Okay, and the reason of this is because there are rappers, female rappers in the music industry, I guess, who is so tired of competing and, trying to make this money, but Nicki is there and she's like the head. What's wrong with that? Why can't y'all just respect that Nicki is Nicki and she is who she is? Cardi B is who Cardi B is, okay? Because like it or not, Cardi B is a good rapper. Even though she might not write her own lyrics, but she sells music. Cardi B has won a Grammy. Nicki has no Grammy. So what is still the problem? You're basically a hater. Period. Okay, so it doesn't make sense Jason Lee to come out to say, oh, I'm not a Nicki hater, but you keep shading her, making comments on her, and this girl, Nicki, has been paying you dust because Nicki has not been responding to anything this man says because, of course, her tax bracket is well enlarged, okay? She's rich, filthy rich, okay? Jason Lee can't come close or an ounce to Nicki's level. And that's his problem. He's intimidated. He's offended. Okay? And listen, when you make certain remarks about people, it will all come back to you. So, Jason Lee, you're paying yourself some dust. Okay, let me know what y'all think down below in that comment section, y'all. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at SipsLoud. And thank you for sipping with us. Bye, guys.